What is going on, party people? How you doing? And welcome back to the channel. Today I set up a small little Facebook ad campaign, and I want to tell you all the different steps that I did in order to do it. Kind of exciting stuff. You can kind of check out the workflow. Again, if you're finding this information useful, make sure to follow, like, subscribe, join the Facebook group, or if you need AI in your business, hit me up. All right, let's get into it. What is going on, party people? Welcome. I was working on Facebook ads today, so I was like, oh yeah, maybe I can make a little short tutorial video and educate some people on some of the things I've learned with my journey with Facebook ads. So basically what I'm going to just kind of go over is that first let's talk about the ad, right? This is kind of like an ugly ad, we'll call it, not very graphically designed, but that's the whole point of the ad. In fact, Frank Kern teaches the miser method. So when you go to Facebook ads, you get charged for every time somebody clicks on something, but we want to make sure that we're only talking to the people that are most likely to buy. So with an ad like this, it's very plain, right? So it speaks directly to somebody who would want this service. So for business owners who need an AI receptionist, new AI service that answers calls, text 24 hours a day, enter your info, try it out for free. And that's basically the service that I'm offering. There's a lot of other things that go on in high level. And yet, at the same time, I'm not trying to confuse any of my leads that may not understand the nuances or how complex GoHighLevel can actually be. So let's just start with AI services. And if you don't have that set up, the possibilities that you don't have a lot of other things set up with GoHighLevel are also included. Like if you needed a website or whatever else, we could set that up for you. But right now, it's just let's just get it in, something easy, something that, people may need, benefit from, and how much money are you leaving on the table by not answering your phones? Those are the different angles we're going to go with when it comes to, selling the GoHighLevel platform. And if you guys need some help with that, I got an affiliate link on the bottom. And basically, the first thing you want to do is set up an Insta form, right? So if you're in your business suite at business.facebook.com, right, go to all tools, right, and then you want to create an Insta form. And then I normally, instead of they keep moving things around, boom. So you just go to search and then type in instant form, and then you can create your own. Basically, just type in Insta forms, and now you have all these different forms that you can create. I just created a new one, and basically, I only put in 3 questions, right? I just needed a name, phone number, and email address, because that's what's needed in order to demonstrate the product, right? So basically, I created one, called it AI Solutions. It'll ask you if you want to do manually or automatic. Just do manually and get those 3 fields. Make it as less, restrictive as possible. Just a few questions. And if people don't fill that out, then they're probably not a good lead for you to begin with. But anyway, but yeah, that's the first thing you want to do, and then link, whatever you call your Insta form that's connected to your Facebook ad, link it to your forms inside of GoHighLevel. So basically, if I go into GoHighLevel and I want to collect those forms, you're in settings, do integrations. Then you go to Facebook Marketplace. The AI Solutions will show up. Map the fields. First name goes with first name, email goes with email, phone number. Marvelous. And then you just go ahead and run your automation. You're going to also need a pixel, because it's all about that retargeting, right? So somebody may see you one time, and then they may never see you again or never come back to it, or they may put your item in a cart and then their kid yells at them, or they got to go handle something, and then that screen's lost forever. So retargeting is where all the money is, because it's not like you're just going to put an offer down in front of somebody and they're going to sign. It just doesn't work like that unless you have a really good rapport with the other person, like if they know who you are. But most times, if you're selling something on a mass scale, they don't know who you are, so they're gonna want to look you up on YouTube, check out your business, and a few other things. But with that in mind, retargeting is the way to go. So hold on one second. Here we are, business.facebook.com, and then over here, make sure you have the right ad set, right? I have multiple ones. I have one for the DJ business. I have one for the coaching business. So with that in mind, you want to make sure that you click on data sets, and then a bunch of things will pop up, right? The most important thing to understand is that you're going to need a code for your website. So when people do see your ad and they do go to your website, when you run more ads, the system or the AI will know to retarget people that were semi-interested. And we're going back to the 12 to 18 hit points it takes for someone to want to purchase an item, right? So when you click here and then see instructions, they're going to give you a code. And then you want to copy and paste that code to your website. So what you do is go into your GoHighLevel, and then you click on your websites, and then you go to settings, and then you copy that code, and then you put it in your head tracking code right here. Boom. And then you just add that to all the sites that you created. For me, I have quite a few because I just like building websites. So we have the Coach Scott King, we have the Business Solution, which only does AI calls, which is another website, right, which took seconds to build. And then, of course, I have a funnel website as well, or a link tree. I think it could be under funnels or, yeah, link tree. So I have a link tree as well. And then you can take that Facebook pixel code, which I think was over here. Yep, Facebook pixel code. Copy this, and then now every time you run an ad, Facebook knows to retarget people that were semi-interested or maybe clicked on the ad and then didn't put their information in. Or no, these are people that will get another go around at your ad, because even Facebook knows that it needs to show its ad multiple times. And then I only put in like a $20 a day budget just to see if it would get, grab anything. So with that in mind, let's go to the ad. New leads approved. New leads ad. See, it's approved. View ad. Boom. Let's take a look. There it is. All right. So it's under Coach Scott King, and it was under new ads. All right, cool. Learning and growing. And then this is what the ad looks like. And you can see what I did. Didn't do anything too complicated. Once again, I did a square. And then that was another thing. I did a new lead form ad, like a new way to put in your information. So with that in mind, I know I filled out this form, or I created this form, and then I went into my GoHighLevel. I'll pause again. All right, so basically inside of your GoHighLevel account, make sure you're under the right sub account, and then hit your settings. And then you want to go to integrations. Boom. And then you have all these different things if you've integrated them. And then you go to your Facebook mapping, right? So I created inside of Facebook a lead format, and then I went ahead and then edited all the first name to the first name field, the email to the email field, and the phone number to the phone field. So that when it goes to the ad, the AI solutions, all I did was connect those two. It goes here, and then now they're going to get a bunch of automation. So if we go to automations, Facebook, AI Facebook automation, right? So you go, oops, once it loads. So basically, the trigger page is Coach Scott King, because I did Facebook lead ad submitted, and then I had to make sure that I collect the information from the AI solutions, and then now it's going to do a trigger. It's going to add a tag, right? It's going to call it Facebook AI. So later down the line, once you have these people that fill out your information for the product that you were doing, you know they were coming from Facebook, and then let's say they didn't purchase and you have something else that comes on down the line, you can offer it to just the people that were interested in your Facebook ad. They're going to get a welcome text. Now, since my email domain is still fairly new, so it might hit their spam folder or it might hit their promotions folder if it's a Gmail, right? It's pretty much, see how easy that was? You filled out a form and now you get a text message. Make sure to keep an eye out for our emails and make sure to white label or safeguard our informational emails. There you go. And then, of course, if they wanted to talk to this, they sure can respond back. And then, of course, they'll get the text message, wait 5 minutes, and then they'll get an email. Of course, all these have a CTA to where I want them to go to book a demo or book a sales call. and then wait 5 hours, and then it's going to say, did you get a chance to check that out? And then, of course, it's just going to go down the line with reminders to get them to the website. So, again, factoring in the whole 12 to 18 times before someone wants to book with you before they get your services, you set up a Facebook ad, tell them what your service is, they put their information in, and you can even do this with your business, depending on what it is. DJs, right? Are you getting married? Put your information in here and we'll send you a text. And then with that, you'd want them to see a video of the services that you have. And then with brides, you know, you want to think of it like this, right? How committed are they to your service for them to sit down with you, and how much are you going to follow up with them before they're convinced to do a service? So just kind of keep that in mind. So maybe Facebook ads, that's one way to look at it. That's one way to tackle how to get more leads. Now, again, this is on a broader scale because it's an AI service for small business owners, where you could go into Facebook and say newly engaged couples, right? Or, you know, or if you wanted to just pinpoint, you know, higher income communities, like in Orlando, we have this place called Windermere, and that's where all the higher income live, like in Windermere. So you could just tag those zip codes if you want it. And then, you know, those people would be better equipped if you had a higher price service. Something to keep in mind. Once again, you guys are amazing. Thank you for checking out the video. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe. Give me a share, drop a comment. I don't know. Tell your grandma. But I will catch you on the next one. And thanks for checking out the video. Peace.